Sorry, y'all. I have to do a part 2 to that. So I'm going to post both parts because I got a phone call. But if you're like me and you didn't grow up in faith and you've really just been figuring this thing out as you go. And as much as you've started to build a relationship with God and you're walking that thing out, you still struggle with insecurities and feeling worthy and am I really, all the things and all the questions that sometimes we don't admit that we have, but we have them. And you never know who to ask or where's there a safe place to ask or have the conversation. And you still struggle with that orphan spirit because maybe in the natural and in the world, you come from a broken family, broken home, broken promises, broken relationships, just a bunch of brokenness. And now you're in the kingdom and you're fully devoted and you live in and you bout that life, but yet you still kind of don't always feel like you fit there. But the one thing you know is you ain't going back over there. I believe that this is a journey we're going to get to be on together because that's the trick of the enemy. And he messes with that orphan spirit. And the truth is, when you a kingdom kid and a kingdom resident, we're not made to fit in. And who makes the mold on what kingdom life looks like outside of God? And when I look at Jesus and when I look at his crew and when I see who he ran with, it wasn't the folks you would have thought. And so I am truly convinced that God has plucked this little hood girl with all of her brokenness and all of her scars and all of her stuff. He has plucked me up out the gutter and placed me in heavenly places for a time such as now and a work such as this. And he started to make that clear to me years ago, which is why, although I had no interest in being clergy, when he called me, I said yes. And I didn't even really know what it meant. And I'm still learning, y'all. But the one thing I know is I'm at a place in my life where every time he calls, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Because before I gave God my yes, I was just a very angry, scared, frustrated, lonely, sad, depressed person. And I thought I was cool. And I was masking it in all the ways and pacifying it in all the ways. And it was all an illusion. It was like living a life of delusion. And now, in him giving my yes, I'm clear. And so I just wanted to add a little bit more context to the video that I made last night. I probably will make another video later today. And again, I'm not quite sure where all of this is going. I'm just going to walk in obedience and see what God does with it. So, as I go, I guess feel free to post comments, questions, and we'll see where God takes this thing.